welcome to my messy hair and this little messy corner. I thought it would be fun today to walk you through my sketchbook up until now. There's only one challenge in it, which was the fall fungi challenge. So I thought it would be cool to show you that before all the October rush began. And then for next week, I hope to have a video for you about making a zine, because I made my very first zine, which is super exciting. Just hasn't come in yet because I've let the printing be done by someone else because I don't have enough money or ink to print all of the zines. But I do want to show you a little bit about that too. So let's start off with the sketchbook and then I will show you something about the zine. Have fun! Like I said, this is the fall fungi challenge. I wrote them down here, all the fungi that we should draw this month. I haven't exactly kept myself to the days, but eventually I finished them all before October began, so that's kind of the thing for this challenge. And I got some stickers that I got in the mail from different Etsy shops. I'm not sure which one they are, but if you find out from which one they were, I will link them down in the description. So I'm not even gonna try and pronounce all the names, I'm just gonna show you. The idea was to keep this adventure sketchbook kind of vibe. I tried a lot of different things. This I actually painted in the train, which was hard, and it didn't have purple, so I made it out of different layers of blue and red. This is done with gouache and ink. And this is done with only ink. And watercolor and brown ink. Like the illustration itself, it's very messy and not good at all, but the overall vibe is what I'm going for, and that's what I like. And I didn't want it to be that hard because, you know, the challenge had to be fun. And I learned actually quite a lot by writing down all these facts about the mushrooms. So this one, the morel, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, is toxic when raw. And I didn't know that. I thought it was edible because people say it's a luxury to eat. But it's toxic. And most mushrooms, when the cap is young, they have this curve. And when it's older, it gets flat. That was true for a lot of mushrooms. And there's still a lot of mushrooms where we don't even know if it's toxic or not. Probably better to not eat, but this I've done with an ink brush pen, which was quite hard to handle, and then one color of watercolor here. And this one is, it's called a death cap. It's in the name, you should not eat it. And we have the turkey tail, which was cute. And standard mushroom. I posted this on Instagram with a story about that we have a song in the Netherlands about a gnome sitting on one of these and wiggling back and forth until it cracks and both his legs go up in the air. Which was fun. And we have these. I tried to write down how long they were for each one, but I couldn't find it for each one. And this is the end. I have stained a few more pages because I stained them all beforehand to get that adventure vibe, and then it's clean again. The sketchbook itself is by Hahnemuhle, and the sticker I will link the shop down below. Okay, so that was all for the sketchbook. Let's get on to the zine contents. So here I have small illustrations. So what I did, every week I go hiking in the woods with my brother where we see a lot of deer. And it was quite cool, and I wanted to make zines, like really small zines. So for those of you that don't know, a zine is like short for magazine, but it's independently published and it's just a small story, not a whole magazine worth of content. So I made a very small story about how we go to the woods and that we got slightly lost. And I wanted to make more of those stories. I also want to make a zine about all the people that I see around me. Like last week there was this little boy around. He was on the opposite side of the street from us, onto the water, and he was yelling something, so I made up a story about him being an adventurer, seeking for treasure, and a toad keeping him from finding the treasure. Anywho, it's weird, but that's what my mind does, and I thought maybe it would be nice for someone else to read that, but I'm not sure. So I started out with this one, which was a little bit safer. So first I made illustrations. Well, first I wrote a little story, then I made the illustrations. So this is Bob. We found Bob. My brother named him Bob. And this is a funny story as well. There was a tractor and a lot of dead ferns, and it was just making the ferns into dust, so releasing them from their sweet life on Earth and getting them to the next. So I tried to draw that. Then we had a few tiny illustrations here for the story. Some more. A bigger one, because I thought it would be really nice to have some illustrations over 2 pages, because it's gonna be A6. And this one. And I really like making these illustrations because they're way messier than what I normally would do. Like this is closer than what I normally would do. But to just give you an example of what I'm doing currently, I'm not even sure if it fits on the screen. It's this, which is still messy because that's just who I am. It's messy, but it's a lot more accurate into life than this, of course. But I really like drawing these illustrations for just more expressive for in the zine. So here we were somewhat lost. And if I'm correct, the zine will come in tomorrow. Then I will be able to stamp them all because I will want to hand finish them all. And once they are finished, they're going to go online. And once they are online, I will post another video about the whole process for making the zine. I'm not great at making zines. I mean, it's my first one. I did get a little book from Etsy, a zine about how to make zines. I will link it down below as well. It was really nice to read. So if you want to make your own zine, I highly recommend that. And I want to make lots more because I really like the process. It took me about a week to finish, which was quite a lot because you have these illustrations. I have some more downstairs. I have the text and I've written it down. And I had to edit it all together, which was more work than I thought it would be. But I really liked making it. So I hope you will like the zine as well. In any case, I have a nice gift for my brother. So, no time lost in making it. So yeah, that was all for this video. It's a lot shorter than the other ones and a lot happier than the previous one, luckily. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Goodbye!